again, everyone. I'm Chris Lincoln, your host for our weekly half-hour recap of horse racing on ESPN. Our feature race takes us to South Florida, the Grade 1 Gulfstream Park Handicap. Thoroughbreds 3 and up. It's a mile and a quarter for $500,000. Here's the field. Closing odds presented by Las Vegas. There's one horse to talk about, one only. Skipway, the defending older champion, at 1-9 with Jerry Bailey. Also getting support on the outside, Barons. Here's our feature race of the week. Tom Durkin's call to the 53rd Gulfstream Park Handicap.
And they're off. It was a good beginning for all, and Barons breaks alert lead today. Skipaway off to a good start as well. To his inside, it's Wagon Limit and Cerber also in the first flight of horses. At the back of the pack, Unruled, and on the outside, Banker's Gold. Moving by us for the first time, and Barons is the surprise leader. He'll take the field into the clubhouse turn, opening up by 2 lengths. Skipaway heavily favored now at 1-5. Runs along second in the early going. Cerber is third, followed by Wagon Limit fourth. At the back, Unruled and Banker's Gold, content at this point with his position about 7 or 8 lengths from the lead. Barons leads the pack, shadowed by 2-time champion Skipaway. The opening quarter goes in 23 and 2. The half in a crisp 46 and 3/5 seconds. Barons leads the pack down the back stretch. He's clear of Skipaway by 2. It's another half dozen lengths back to Cerber and Wagon Limit. At the back, Unruled and Banker's Gold. It's still Barons in front as Skipaway creeps closer to him. Now he's right at his throat latch with a half mile to go. Into the far turn, they've run 3/4 in 1:10 flat, and Skipaway has taken the lead. It is Skipaway in front, 3 furlongs from the line. He's in front and beginning to get away from Barons. 5 lengths back to Cerber, third. Wagon Limit is fourth. Skipaway with very little urging here from Jerry Bailey. Leads by 2, approaching the top of the stretch. Barons is in a full-out drive, still losing ground. Cerber draws within 4.5 lengths of the lead. And Wagon Limit toward the inside as the field turns for home. It is Skipaway in front. Now Bailey full out on him. Coming to the 8th pole. Skipaway, 2.5 length lead. Barons second. Unruled is moved to third on the outside. Coming into the final 16th, it is Skipaway in front by 4. Unruled and Barons. Skipaway, Unruled, no competition for Skipaway. He has no competition, at least not in South Florida. Unruled finishing second, and Barons.
Skipaway rolls to his 4th straight Grade 1 victory. Lifetime earnings for this 5-year-old son of Skip Trial now over $7.3 million. Skipway, owned by Carolyn Hine, trained by her husband Sonny. They paid $22,500 for the colt. Jerry Bailey was the winning rider. After the race, he and Sonny talked about the victory.
Did, and I mean, Skipaway took it to him, middle of the backside, as he usually does. But I tell you, the weight started to show a little bit today. He had to work to carry the 27 today.
Yeah, there was more or less went like we thought it would. I think he got a little tired, though. It looked like it was getting to him a little bit.
This week's Remembering feature takes us back to the 1987 running of the Gulfstream Park Handicap. Skipaway's father, Skip Trial, also trained by Sonny Hine, looking to win the race for the 2nd year in a row. His competition included Snow Chief and Creme Fraiche. Let's pick up the call with Skip Trial in the shadow roll, on the outside on the lead.
Skip Trial takes over the lead. Creme Fraiche with a late bid. Snow Chief down to the rail second. Through the stretch, it's Skip Trial with the lead by 2. Skip Trial's going to make it to Gulfstream Park Handicap.
Like father, like son. Skip Trial winning the 1986 and 1987 Gulfstream Park Handicap. Then his son Skipway did it this year. We'll watch a showdown of early Kentucky Derby hopefuls racing in California when we return on the Digest. National Car Rental Racehorse Digest is brought to you by National Car Rental. What are you waiting for? Let's go. By Gainsborough Farm. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be. And by Walmart, winning the world over.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At National Car Rental, we believe that when it comes to renting a car, there's really only one place to go. Because at most major airports in America, National gets you in your car and on the road fast. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. National Car Rental.
Theatrical has taken his place among the leading thoroughbred sires in the world. The Brookside Farm Stallion continues to add to his totals, siring more than 50 stakes horses, over 35 stakes winners. His sons and daughters have earned nearly $30 million and showcased their talents in grade and Group 1 races around the world.
Pride is in there, Angel in my heart, but Duda's going to win it. Duda wins the Matriarch.
Theatrical at Brookside Farms, Versailles, Kentucky.
I remember the day he came to our farm, just before harvest time. He told me about something that never been done before. How soybeans like mine were now being used for a new kind of cooking oil. Seems the folks who make Crisco had come up with Olean, an oil that fries up snacks without adding any fat or calories, make them taste especially good. And now I see what I'm part of, and it makes me feel good.
Coming soon, new fat-free Olean, a good place to start.
Own a professional sports team at a bargain price. Get into American Quarter Horse Racing. Experience the excitement of your very own runner competing in your colors. Then invite your envious friends to join you in the winner's circle. Visit your star players anytime you like, and they'll never ask for a raise. So dig in, hang on, and let the dirt fly. The AQHA can get you started with free information. Call 1-800-414-RIDE.
Before we go into this week's thoroughbred race recap, here are the leading money-earning horses around the nation. Skip Away jumps to #1 over Silver Charm. Well, now let's go racing as we turn our attention to the 3-year-old Derby Hopefuls running Sunday at Santa Anita. It was the Grade 2 $200,000 San Rafael Stakes at a mile. The favorite, Souvenir Copy, the Golden Eagle Farm Burgundy and Gold Silks, trained by Bobby Baffert, ridden by Corey Nakatani.
At the top of the lane in the San Rafael, Orville and Wilbur's Souvenir Copy coming to tackle him at the top of the lane. We come down to these two. Orville and Wilbur's digs deep. He finds more. Souvenir Copy giving a game chase, but Orville and Wilbur's has no intention of slowing down today. And Orville and Wilbur's in full flight for the wire. And it's Orville and Wilbur's and Corey Nakatani striding home to take the San Rafael impressively. Souvenir Copy has to settle for second.
Very impressive performance by Orville and Wilbur's. A 5-length wire-to-wire win over Bob Baffert's Souvenir Copy, the race favorite. The bay name for a restaurant in Manhattan Beach is owned by Prince Solomon's Thoroughbred Corporation, trained by Wally DeLossi, ridden by Corey Nakatani. At the end of '97, this colt won back-to-back victories at Hollywood Park. Last out, he ran 4th in the Grade 2 San Vicente. We talked to the connections of both the top 2 finishers in the race.
He's got such natural speed. You want to try to throttle him down and see if he'll rate, and we tried that last time, and it was his first start in a long time, and he didn't really take to it. So my options was to go ahead and send him today and see where we were at, and when he got to the lead, he relaxed kind, and it goes to show as soon as I asked him to turn it for home, he'd kick clear, and he'd run like the old horse that we know.
He can go all day, this horse. I mean, he's a family of prized, and he went all day. And his sire is by Cox's Ridge, out of Distance family, a Phipps family. So in his dosage, if you can go by that, says that he'll go all day.
Yeah, he was a little anxious in the gate, didn't get away real good, stumbled a little bit back behind, and I was probably going to be last early no matter what, but I was further back than I wanted to be early. Once that happens, you've got to just sit there and wait till the end of the race, and unfortunately, I left him a lot to do, and the winner's got a lot of quality, Orville and Wilbur's, and he was up there doing what he wanted on the lead, and just gave him too much to overcome.
You know, last time he got a bad break, too. He was moving a little bit, and he's not a bad gate horse. He's just been a little bad luck leaving there. So it's just one of those, you know, like I said, you'd like to win him, but he didn't run a bad race. So, you know, second sucks, but sometimes you got to take it.
Well, we'll go to South Florida now. Gulfstream Park, the 19th rung of the Grade 2 $200,000 Rampart Handicap. Fillies and mares 3 and up at a mile and a 16th, $120,000 the prize. The favorite, Chuck McGahee's Glitter Woman, the 4-to-5 choice on the rail.
Coming to the top of the stretch, it's Asina and Glitter Woman, and they hook up for the stretch drive here, pulling away from Dance for Thee running in 3rd. Off the turn and into the stretch. Asina on the outside and Glitter Woman at the rail. It is Glitter Woman, Mike Smith all over on the outside. Asina, Jerry Bailey, nip and tuck, and Dance for Thee in with an upset chance on the outside. 16th hole. Here comes Dance for Thee, 30-1 by the 2 favorites. Dance for Thee in a shocker.
Dance for Thee pulls off the big upset, whizzing past Osina and Glitter Woman to the finish line by 2 lengths. The Leo Asprua trained filly, ridden by Joe Bravo for owner John Franks. Dance for Thee, a winner of the January 22nd Sugar's Image at Gulfstream. The favorite Glitter Woman dueled it out with Alan Paulson's Osina and held on for 3rd place to the rider jockey Mike Smith. Dance for Thee upsetting the favorite in the Rampart Handicap in the colors of John Franks. Spring has sprung at Oaklawn Park in Hot Springs, Arkansas. 11 3-year-olds turned out for the 33rd running of the $75,000 Southwest Stakes on Saturday. Purse of $75,000 is up for the mile race. The winner will come from far back.
Along the rail, accelerated time is backing up. There it goes. What a flashy actor. The pink silk's flying on the outside. The leader is still Slew the Mark, but what a flashy actor's flying by. 3/4, 112. And here they come into the short stretch to the southwest. And what a flashy actor with that quick move is taking the lead by 2.5. On the inside, still Slew the Mark. And here comes a late charge from Hot Wells. What a flashy actor has the lead by 3. Hot Wells coming on a 16th to go. It is What a Flashy Actor. Hot Wells bearing down on him now. Hot Wells picking him up, laying him down. Hot Wells will win the Southwest by a head. What a Flashy Actor second.
A blazing run to the wire by the fast-closing Hot Wells earns him victory in the Southwest Stakes. Last time out, this colt finished 4th in the Lecomte Handicap in January at the Fairgrounds in New Orleans, gelding the son of the 1990 Belmont winner, Irish-bred Go and Go. Hot Wells, number 10 on the outside, trained by Tom Amos, ridden to the winner's circle by Calvin Burrell for the So What's New stable. 6-5 favorite Accelerated Time finished 11 lengths back in last place. The older horses were also in action over the weekend. We started Santa Anita, the Grade 2 $150,000 Buena Vista Handicap. Fillies and mares 4 up, going a mile on the turf. Gary Stevens had the ride on the favorite Donna Viola, number 1A in the green and white.
Dance Parade running a huge one. Here comes Dance Parade in the green on the outside. Donna Viola is winding up from far back, and so is Shake the Yoke. They come for home. A Croute at the rail. Golden Arches between them. Dance Parade, Donna Viola and Shake the Yoke. Real connection. The grey late 2. Dance Parade in front. Dance Parade, Donna Viola chasing, and Shake the Yoke on the outside. They run down to the wire. Dance Parade wins. Shake the Yoke second, and Donna Viola ahead back 3rd.
Dance Parade, impressive in her American debut, winning for owner Prince Vaughn Salmon. Trainer Neil Drysdale continues his hot streak at Santa Anita. That was his 6th victory in his last 8 starters over this track. The 4-year-old daughter of Gone West, Dance Parade, is a graded stakes winner from England. Also chalked up 4 wins out of 6 starts in Europe. Jockey Kent DeSomo was on board for the victory. Dance Parade winning at Santa Anita. Now let's go to America's 3rd oldest center of racing, the Fairgrounds in New Orleans, the 13th running of the Chou Croute Stakes on Saturday. The mile race with $125,000. Fillies and mares 4 up. The ladies really fight this one out all the way to the end. Take a look at this. See if you can call the winner of the Chou Croute.
Now coming to the top of the stretch, sugar-coated Zac Cat. She unleashes her run on the outside, 3 lengths back to Wonderful. Leo's Gypsy Dancer being urged on. Then comes Seductively Elegant and Night Woman. And they've straightened away. Zac Cat has the lead. Leo's Gypsy Dancer now to challenge on the outside. Sugar-coated is next. It's Leo's Gypsy Dancer on the outside. And Zac Cat.
The photo finish cameras, you can see, had a dead heat. Leo's Gypsy Dancer and Zac Cat. Zac Cat, the 3rd choice in the race, ridden to the wire here by Kurt Bork for trainer Bobby Barnett. The 4-year-old filly by Bill Zac, owned by John Franks. The other winner, Leo Gypsy's Dancer, was 6th in the Pucker Up Stakes. Last time out in July, the dark brown filly on the outside here, purchased for $12,000 as a yearling at the Keeneland sales. She's owned by Purse String Farm, trained by Hal Wiggins. Jerry Melanson piloted the filly to the finish line for the dead heat. End of March time limit, the early leader in the Visa 3-year-old championship points series on the board now after this weekend. Orville and Wilbur's and Souvenir Copy. Next, we'll take you quarter horse racing down in New Orleans. It's trials for the Mardi Gras, Derby, and Futurity.
You don't have to travel all the way to Harrisburg to deal with your state government. I'm State Representative Jane Orey. Need an application for a birth certificate, car registration, college loan? You can avoid a long trip by stopping by my district office. which has many of the most frequently needed state forms and publications. You can also pick up a helpful information on state programs such as property tax, rent rebate, prescription drug assistance for the elderly. Here are my numbers at the district office. Stop by to say hello.
The male emperor penguin of Antarctica balances his unborn offspring on his feet for weeks in sub-zero temperatures. Then, after it hatches, he provides shelter for the chick in a fold of skin and feathers. If the father is unwilling or unable to do this, the chick will not survive. Just a reminder how important it is for fathers to spend time with their children.
A little too much curve?
Yeah.
We're back next week on our regular day, Wednesday, a bit earlier though, 2:30 Eastern. Make a date. Well, we have more quarter horse racing from New Orleans this week. We'll feature the time trials, the $50,000 Mardi Gras Derby. That's 3-year-olds. There were 2 400-yard trial heats, the 5 fastest from each, qualifying for the March 13th Derby finals. Now, on the first day, Some Kind of Dash Alina headed the field as the 3-2 Fans' Choice. She'll break from the outside post position.
Derno. From the outside, Some Kind of Dash Elena. Farther out is Raise the Sky. On the inside is Streakin' Ash. At the rail is Royal Weapon. On the outside, Some Kind of Dash Elena. And Raise the Sky.
Some Kind of Dash Alina dashes down the outside to post a neck victory over early leader Royal Wagon in the fast closing Raise the Sky. It was only the second lifetime win for Some Kind of Dash Alina, who has nevertheless earned over $88,000. Owned by P.E. Turner, trained by Wilbert Roberts. Jockey Alvin Brosette also won this Mardi Gras Derby, last year aboard Bo Cashinova. In the second Derby trial, Time to Be a Hero was sent off at 4-5, but the winner would be Another Kind of Hero.
And they're off. Sitting on a fortune on the inside from the center. Time to Be a Hero. Warriors Hero to the inside of that one. Then Something Like a Breeze on the far outside. And Some Kind of Lady also. It's Time to Be a Hero at the lead. Something Like a Breeze on the inside is Warriors Hero. Warriors Hero. Time to Be a Hero. Here's a couple of heroes led by Warriors Hero in front.
Warriors Hero finishes best of all to nail Time to Be a Hero with Something Like a Breeze, a non-threatening third. Warriors Hero will now be seeking his first stakes victory in the finals. He's owned by Jack Harrison, trained by Earl Bankston, winner of the very first Mardi Gras Derby back in 1992. The winning jockey, Tammy Purcell, also a past winner of this race, 1995 aboard Lawyer La Jolla. Last week we showed you the first day of trials, the $102,000 Mardi Gras Futurity. Here's the fastest qualifier from day 2, First Down Hero.
And they're off. Sister La Jolla in the middle now comes First Down Hero, showing a good burst of speeds. First Down Hero, Time for Pie with them on the outside, Home at Joe's, but it's First Down Hero, drawing a clear margin of a length and a half, 2 lengths the victor.
First Down Hero lives up to his name, making his career debut a winning one, and despite the fact he was 2 lengths clear, both the second and third place finishers also made the finals. First Down Hero is owned by David Quaves, trained by Alvin Smith Jr. Jockey Orlando Valdez will try for his first Mardi Gras victory in the March 12th finals. The American Quarter Horse Association provides a toll-free number to get more information on quarter horse racing, 1-800-414-RIDE. Coming up on the Racehorse Digest, is this the racetrack of the future? Find out when we return.
Let's go! Vacation travelers know that when it comes to renting a car, there's really only one place to go, National Car Rental, especially if you're going to the happiest place on earth. Because as the official car rental company of Disneyland in Southern California, National gets you in your car and on the road fast. For a family vacation you'll never forget. So what are you waiting for? Let's go to Disneyland with National Car Rental.
great day for the comfort and convenience of changing tint Transitions lenses. Indoors, they lighten. Outdoors, they darken. So lightweight plastic Transitions lenses are right in any light. Make the change to Transitions lenses and see for yourself.
It's a great day.
Transitions lenses, right in any light and right for you.
Improve your horse's training or your own horsemanship by finding a professional in your area. Call 1-800-414-RIDE for a free referral to a member of the American Quarter Horse Association of Professional Horsemen. Hundreds of trainers around the world have joined this group and are committed to training your horse or helping you be your best. You can get referrals to pros who live near you or specialize in any riding discipline from showing to trail riding. Call 1-800-414-RIDE for a pro near you.
So far this year, here are the leading owners by money won in thoroughbred racing. John and Betty Mabie's Golden Eagle Farms still atop the list. John Franks, Bob Beverly Lewis, Carolyn Hine, and Barbara Davis. Now, here's what's coming up in the Breeders' Cup National Stakes Series of races on Saturday at Sam Houston Race Park in Texas and the Fairgrounds in New Orleans. Since they started horse racing, the sport has always been looking for a kinder, gentler, safer racetrack surface. Well, Hollywood Park in Southern California thinks it may have finally found it. This was the old racetrack at Hollywood Park. Racing Secretary Martin Hansen described the differences with the new surface.
Well, our previous track was a high content of silt and clay, and it's almost like a material that you could make a brick out of, and you add water, and as it gets hot, you could form an adobe house with it. And this track has a much sandier content, and with the material we've added, it gives that sand the strength to let these horses run on it, while at the same time it makes it much kinder. You lower the silt and clay so it's not as hard.
The new track went down at the end of last year. First, 1.5 inches of the track's top layer was removed and replaced with 5,000 tons of sand mixed with the new materials. 65,000 pounds of sports grids, 35,000 pounds of stabilizers containing 2 billion fibers. This was all done under the supervision of Hollywood Park's track superintendent, Dennis Moore.
It's a fiber. It's a polypropylene fiber is what it is. And as you work the track and mix up the material, it tends to spread out and allows you to get good load-bearing strength and strength to your material to hold your sand together.
It's a kinder track for the horses. It's almost like if you were walking on concrete and now you're walking on carpet. The carpeting, there's a cushion there, and that's what this track, in layman's terms, is sort of turned into.
So far, the new surface has been getting rave reviews from horsemen.
Well, I've worked several horses on it, and it's a very forgiving racetrack. It's a little on the deep side, but horses really get through it well and just seem really comfortable on it. The older horses that have a few kinks in them, they seem to enjoy it. They're training more effectively over the racetrack.
I think in the run of a year's time, I would bet that we'll improve our percentage of soundness. I would say 15–20%. And as a horse trainer, or owners, or anybody that watches this business, there are too many injuries, and any increase in the correction of that is of great importance.
The real test, though, comes with live racing. Opening day for Hollywood Park's Spring Summer Meeting is April 24th. Straight ahead, a preview of this Saturday's $1 Million Santa Anita Handicap and the showdown between Silver Charm and Gentleman in the Big Cap.
Okay, class, rules of driving. Norman.
Observe the speed limit, stay 2 car lengths behind, and always pass on the left.
Wrong answer.
There are driving schools, and there are driving schools. At the Russell Racing School in Sonoma, California, you only fail if you get passed. But don't forget your Visa card, because you won't move an inch using American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Great moments in racing are the results of months of hard work and hope, years of planning and persevering, and generations of successful bloodlines. For nearly 2 decades, Walmack has contributed to some of racing's most exciting moments. With stallions like Evansville Slew, a multiple graded juvenile stakes winner of $338,000 with exceptional conformation and quality. At Walmack, we're working to make every moment count.
Championship week explodes with excitement. Midwestern collegiate teams clash in the paint. The Sun Belt catches fire. Big games for the big prize. Midwestern Collegiate Championship at 7:30. Sun Belt Championship at 9:30. Tonight on ESPN.
National Car Rental Racehorse Digest is being brought to you by National Car Rental. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. By Alan and Madeline Paulson's Brookside Farm. And by the American Quarter Horse Association, serving the American quarter horse racing industry and America's horse. In our Brookside News Thoroughbred Update, racing's championship day, its richest day, just got richer. Breeders' Cup Limited announced last week the Breeders' Cup distaff for the fillies and mares has had its first doubled from $1 million to $2 million. That will make it equal to the Breeders' Cup Turf and second only to the $4 million Breeders' Cup Classic. So the 7-race Breeders' Cup Championship Series, the day now worth $12 million. We have a preview now of the race they call the Big Cap, Saturday's 61st running of the West Coast's most important race for older horses, the $1 million Santa Anita Handicap. And it brings together the first meeting of 2 racing superstars. And a very tough decision for jockey Gary Stevens. Would he stay with Silver Charm? Would he stay with Gentleman? He had to make a choice. Well, Gary made the decision. He'll stay with last year's 3-year-old champion, Kentucky Derby and Preakness winner, Silver Charm. Owned by Bob and Beverly Lewis, trained by Bob Baffert, Silver Charm has never been worse than second in his 12 races and earned over $2.2 million. He squares off against R.D. Hubbard's Gentleman. He's won 13 of 18 starts and almost $3 million. He tuned up with a Big Cap with an easy 6-length win in the San Antonio. Gary Stevens talked about his decision to go with Silver Charm and about the Big Cap.
Both horses are coming up to the race great, and like I say, I'm not making any predictions. I think we're going to see a great horse race, and I think you're going to see both these horses coming down to the wire nose and nose.
We're looking forward to it. You won't want to miss it if you can be around Santa Anita this Saturday post time 3:45. We'll be there to cover it for you on the Racehorse Digest. And just for fun, take a look at the end of the recent San Marino Stakes at Santa Anita. On the rail is jockey Corey Nakatani in the green silks. He's on Stormtrooper. Coming up on his outside is Gary Stevens on the gray Verglas. Now watch what happens. They near the wire. Nakatani sticks his tongue out. Well, the photo finish camera captures it for all time. ESPN2 continues its series of the top events of the United States equestrian team. It's the Wellington Cup Grand Prix Show jumping competition at West Palm Beach, Florida. Catch all the action this coming Sunday afternoon. It's at 1 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2, the Wellington Cup. And a reminder again, the Racehorse Digest back to its regular day on Wednesday next week, a little bit earlier time at 2:30. We'll be featuring, of course, that showdown between Silver Charm and Gentleman in the $1 million Santa Anita Handicap. Of course, all the rest of the racing news, the thoroughbreds and quarter horses. So join us then, Wednesday, 2:30 Eastern, right here on the National Car Rental Racehorse Digest. So long, everyone. Ground transportation provided by National Car Rental. For worldwide reservations, call 1-800-CAR-RENT. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Hail the champion, skip away.